All right, there'll be a major referendum on big government coming up in a Democratic stronghold. Florida District 19, about 50% registered Democrat, holding a special election seen as a major indicator for what's going to happen in November. Will the revolution that started in New Jersey and Virginia and then spread to Massachusetts carry through to the spring? Early voting begins today in Florida, the election a week from tomorrow. Keep in mind, Democrats have historically won big in District 19, but then again, that was also the case for Massachusetts before Scott Brown. Joining us now, an independent candidate for Florida District 19, Jim McCormick. He's new to politics, runs a small computer business, and is trying to win a congressional seat with very little money. Jim, thanks for joining us. Okay, sir, so let's talk about this. The first thing that jumped out in my mind that when I'm reading the information is you call yourself independent, but you're conservative.
Yes, I am.
And why are you independent?
I'm an independent conservative.
Why are you not, right off the bat, why aren't you a Republican?
One of the reasons why is, first off, I find myself disenchanted and disenfranchised from both the Republican and the Democrat Party. I think that both of them are all about partisan politics. I think the only ones that can actually fix the problems right now in Congress are independents. Okay, so
what is it you don't like about the GOP?
Well, one, I don't think the GOP even knows what it stands for anymore. It used to be the party of lower taxes, small government. Now they're addicted to spending. Right now in Congress, we're looking at the party of no, quote unquote, but I think that I have a little bit of a problem with that too. All right. One of the reasons why is, the Republicans had 20 years to fix health care, and they just kicked that can down the road, and now we're stuck with what we've got.
Okay, so let me ask you this, sir. You're a businessman. You're sitting there in West Palm Beach, Florida, and you're saying, look, I want smaller government, so I'm going to run and try and change things. But you're running against another conservative, right? Mr. Lynch, I believe is his name, who would be considered also a conservative, right?
Right.
Okay, so now you have you have a Democratic candidate, then you have an already conservative Republican in there, or independent, whatever he wants to call himself. And are you not just going to split that conservative vote by doing this?
Well, one of the things that I see is that some people have said, are you going to split the vote with the Republican? Well, one of the reasons that I think I can pull votes from the Democrat side that I don't think that the Republican can is because just because there are a lot of disgruntled Democrats doesn't mean that they want to go back to the days of George Bush and go back to that kind of government. I think that right now there are a lot of people that are very angry. I think the Tea Party movement is a group of people that are helping stoke that that knowledge base, as it is, and getting people involved and learning more about politics than they ever have before. And I think as you see people getting more involved, as they get more interested and they find out the real details of what's going on, I think you're going to see that people are going to choose a candidate of a more independent standpoint, somebody who can be in the middle, in between, who can help negotiate between both parties, because honestly, I really don't care whether someone's Democrat or Republican. It doesn't matter to me. I'll work with anyone. I have no preconceptions. I only fear that if the other Republican were to go on, up onto the Hill, I have a feeling that we'd just have more partisan politics, the same as usual.
So would you have voted for or against Obamacare?
I would have voted against Obamacare. But the primary reason is the cost. I don't believe the numbers. The CBO is obviously only going to give numbers that are based on what Congress is going to give them. So if we see Congress saying, well, we're going to get all this money in tax revenue, now the CBO is going to say, okay, well, you're now deficit neutral, although I don't believe it's going to be deficit neutral. I think by the time this thing really comes to fruition, I think it's going to cost 2 to 4 times as much as they said it's going to.
Sir, what would be better, a very strong showing by yourself with a loss, or maybe a win by someone who could possibly win? Mr. Lynch claims that he might be able to at least take this Democrat down, Mr. Deutsch down, if it weren't for you.
Well, I know he's said that. I spoke to him on the phone the other night. And he had said that, well, truth be known, he said, I wish you'd have dropped out of the race long ago. I said, well, the funny part is that I thought the same thing about you. The truth is that I think that I'm the same feelings that he is in terms of I think I can win. I think that I'm going to get a lot of independents. I'm going to get a lot of other party members and Democrat votes, whereas I don't think he's going to get those Democrat votes.
All right, Jim McCormick running for a congressional seat in Florida's 19th district. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, on deck, things that make you go, Tiger admits he's straight.